Few artists have ever enjoyed the kind of creative partnership the Beatles shared with producer George Martin. Often called the fifth Beatle, Martin had an extraordinary ability to translate the band's wildest ideas into groundbreaking recordings. Whether he was writing elegant string arrangements, adding piano flourishes, or solving seemingly impossible studio challenges, he was the steady hand behind many of their greatest achievements. By 1966 and 1967, the Beatles were pushing far beyond the limits of conventional pop music. John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr no longer viewed the recording studio as simply a place to capture performances. It had become an instrument in its own right. Tape loops, reversed recordings, orchestral crescendos, and experimental sound effects became part of their creative vocabulary, and George Martin somehow found a way to make even their most ambitious ideas work. He had already helped bring Lennon's dreamlike vision for Tomorrow Never Knows to life and masterminded the technical miracle of combining two different takes of Strawberry Fields Forever. Even the carnival-like chaos of Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite was transformed into reality through Martin's ingenuity in engineer Geoff Emerick's fearless experimentation. Then came Am the Walrus. When Lennon first introduced the song, it was unlike anything Martin had encountered before. The melody revolved around just a handful of notes, the lyrics jumped from one surreal image to another with no obvious narrative, and the entire composition seemed to ignore the rules of traditional songwriting. For perhaps the first time in his years working with the Beatles, George Martin was genuinely unsure how to proceed. According to engineer Geoff Emerick in his memoir Here, There, and Everywhere, Martin listened to Lennon's idea before finally asking the question that perfectly captured his bewilderment. "Well, John, to be honest, I have only one question. What the hell do you expect me to do with that?" Emerick recalled that Martin struggled to see how the sparse melody and bizarre lyrics could become a finished record. It wasn't that he lacked faith in Lennon, he simply couldn't yet imagine how all the pieces would fit together. Yet, that uncertainty didn't stop him. Instead of rejecting the idea, he did what he had always done. He searched for a way to make the impossible possible. Working alongside Emerick, he built an astonishing arrangement around Lennon's unconventional composition. Brass instruments, strings, dramatic vocal harmonies, and unusual orchestration gave the song a grand, almost cinematic quality. Then came one of its most memorable touches, a live BBC radio broadcast of Shakespeare's King Lear, mixed into the song's fading finale, adding another layer to its surreal atmosphere. The finished recording sounded unlike anything else on the radio in 1967. While Am the Walrus may have initially left George Martin scratching his head, it ultimately became another testament to the remarkable creative relationship between producer and artist. Lennon supplied the imagination, Martin found the means to make it real. More than half a century later, Am the Walrus remains one of the Beatles' most adventurous recordings. Its cryptic lyrics continue to inspire debate, its rich production still astonishes listeners, and its fearless experimentation stands as proof that the band's greatest achievements often began with ideas that seemed impossible, even to the man who understood them better than anyone else.